What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be going over how to detail in the winter months. I got a comment asking me to do a video about this, so I'm going to knock this one out on my drive to the gym real quick. So I live in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where my business is located, so it doesn't get very cold here. If it gets in the low 40s, we just reschedule, which again doesn't happen very often here. Weather here is, it's October right now and it's in the 70s, so we don't really have to deal with a lot of cold weather. But when we do, I give the guys all big waterproof gloves that are really warm. Everybody gets a company jacket as well, so they're warm. They wear pants and waterproof shoes. That's on them to wear those. We're all mobile, so we go out to them. Again, if it's super cold, we just reschedule. But I know you can bring a mobile tent. I know some people that do that in the winter months just to keep the cold wind off of them. So they'll pop up that either a 10 by 10 with some walls on it, so most of the car is covered, or there's even 10 by 20 tents that have walls. A little bit of a setup. I mean, it takes probably 15 minutes to set up that big tent, but it will keep you a lot warmer. You can use heated water as well. We don't use that, again, just because it doesn't get cold, but you can get a little water heater and use that. And also you can just focus on interior. So I have a friend who details up in Portland, Go Detail. He has a YouTube channel as well. But I talked to him about his process. They have a shop as well, so they'll use their shop in the winter, but they will do mobile as well, and it also rains there a lot, so they have to deal with the cold and the rain. So they pop up a lot of those 10 by 10 tents, and then they also will really focus on interior onlys in the winter, he said. So they're really just doing a lot of ceramics and a lot of interiors, just because it's just too cold to wash the outside of the car, and there's just salt on the car all the time. So if you detailed it, they drive it one time and it's going to be dirty and salty and stuff like that again really quick. So he said they really just push a lot of interiors and ceramics in the winter, so you could do that as well. Another thing is you could partner with some kind of warehouse space or storage space. Also car washes. So like the car wash buildings on gas station buildings, a lot of them are empty. So I know a guy who in the winter months, he'll rent out one of their car wash buildings and use the inside of that to detail. So that, there's a few different things you could do. You kind of have to get creative, especially if you live in somewhere where it gets really cold, where it's basically just an off season for detailing, like Canada or the north part of North America. You can find somewhere to go inside. So, a warehouse or one of those car wash buildings, or even like a storage place. You can focus on just interiors and ceramic coatings and do those inside like people's garages. And that's pretty much, your only options, unless, it's just not cold. You can kind of go day to day, and if it's in the high 40s, like, all right, guys, we're going to detail today. But for me, I'm always on watch for the weather in the winter. So I'll check it every day. And now, a couple of days ahead of time if it's going to get really cold here. And we'll reschedule as needed, and kind of just make it work that way. But again, it doesn't get very cold here. I would recommend just pushing the interior onlys and the ceramic coatings in the winter, focusing on those just so you don't have to worry about water in the winter.